All right, so I've just wrapped up this video, and full disclaimer, guys, at heart, I am a complete introvert. So the fact that I get on here and point this camera at myself, that's one thing. Another thing is when I go into these neighborhoods and complete strangers are looking at me, judging me, whatever the case is, it literally makes my heart want to jump out of my chest. But I do all this for all of you so you can kind of know Charlotte, or what it's like living in Charlotte, know the areas without even having to be here, and that is my goal. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't be too harsh on me. I was completely nervous during the whole damn thing because there was so many people around just watching me, but enjoy. What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte. Today we're right here in Dilworth, and I'm going to show you right now. We're actually right now by Lotta Park. Hey, we're actually by Lotta Park. So right here you can see behind me, that basketball court is super cool. It's actually branded by the Hornets, so it's got their logo and all that good stuff. But I'll tell you a little bit more about the area, but basically we're just gonna go over the top 5 reasons that Dilworth should definitely be a place that you might consider moving to. I mean, look at all this beauty behind me. I know it's hard to pay attention with my big head all over the place, but I mean, and by the way, we're having an absolutely gorgeous day. It's been on and off raining for the last 2 weeks now, but right now, for your reference, it's the end of February. Today's 70 degrees, beautiful and sunny. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video with anybody that you think might help them if they're thinking about, moving to the area. But with that being said, let's talk about the top 5 reasons you should move to Dilworth. And as always, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, you can always call, text, or email me, and feel free to leave a comment down below. But, well, you know what? Let me turn this camera around for you. So, like I said, that's Lotta Park, L-A-T-T-A. Just wanted you guys to check that out for a second. Awesome park. And I'm gonna show you one more that I absolutely love right here in a second. But with that being said, let's get started and go into the first reason you should move to Dilworth. All right, so reason number 1 is going to be walkability. So if you guys have watched my other videos on Charlotte and some of the other neighborhoods, you know by now that if you're moving here, you're going to need a car. So with Dilworth, this is one of the very few neighborhoods that you actually don't need a car to get around. I mean, you have a ton of amenities all around here. Restaurants, boutique shops. You're a 5-minute drive to uptown Charlotte, so you're right outside of uptown. You can take a scooter, everything like that. I'm going to get on the main road right here, which is East Boulevard, to show you a little bit, but it's extremely noisy, as you would imagine, because of all the traffic and all the cars. So hopefully you can still hear me. You can kind of look around where I am and everything, and then I'm gonna hit a U-turn right over here so you can kind of see all these shops. But yeah, this is one of the neighborhoods that does not require a car for you to live in, so it's super easy for commuting. Like I said, you're really close to uptown Charlotte. It's just a really charming neighborhood all around. We'll turn around here, but you guys see all these plazas behind me, mom and pop shops, coffee stores and everything. And it's actually funny because a real estate office that I used to work at not too long ago, they actually had like rocking chairs sitting on the front porch and all that. So I would literally just sit out there, grab a cup of coffee, be on my computer, on my phone, and just people watch all day. So I mean, most of the people here, they're gonna be, in their upper 20s, mid 30s, and older. It is a more expensive neighborhood to live than the average neighborhood here in Charlotte, but as you can see around me, ton of people, ton of activity, ton of people walking dogs, really family friendly oriented, and most of all, they have sidewalks that you can walk on. A lot of other neighborhoods in Charlotte, for some reason, the newer ones and the ones that are a little bit outside of uptown and closer to the suburbs, they don't have a lot of sidewalks. So again, that's why this neighborhood is one of those walkable neighborhoods, because you have all the amenities nearby, and most importantly, I mean, you have sidewalks. The reason number 2 is going to be community activities. So right now, I'm actually standing in front of a Greek church that you'll be able to take a look at. So the reason I'm standing in front of this church is because every year they have the Greek festival. So we all know how amazing the Greek festivals are, and I mean, a ton of people gather around here. This is a huge area. They'll have a couple streets actually shut off. They'll have block parties for families. It's just an all-around good time. Amazing food. If you're a gambler, you can gamble here. They have a bunch of different vendors, handmade goods, crafts, and everything. I mean, look how beautiful it is. And then right here, we're back on East Boulevard where we actually just were. And then you got this church right here too behind me, and then right there down the road is South End. So I mean, you're not far at all from South End, which is also an amazing neighborhood. You can literally just take your scooter, car drive, whatever you need. And then obviously you can walk there as well, but it is a little bit further out. But it's so funny because there's all these like little parks and stuff, and I used to drive by, and it seemed like every day there was a bunch of like pregnant women with their strollers and kids, and they were doing yoga. And come to find out, it was like a women's center, so they had all these yoga classes with their kids and husbands and things like that. But that'll just give you a little bit of a glimpse of kind of what goes on around here. And I mean, there's a really nice sense of community here. Everything feels compact and together. And I mean, the activities, there's just a ton of stuff to do. But make sure once all this craziness dies down from 2020 and we get back to normal, check out the Greek festival. It is amazing. Reason number 3 is going to be Freedom Park, which you see behind me. This is a 1,000-acre park, basketball court, volleyball nets, huge kids playground, walking trails. There's even a baseball field, and they've redid a whole bunch of this, and obviously you can see the pond there too. And then they also have an area over here like where they do concerts and stuff. But you can see behind me, I mean, people have those, they posted up those little hammocks and things like that, and they're just laying in between the trees, so it's super cool. And this is one of like the top 10, top 15 things to do if you're visiting Charlotte, which is, checking out Freedom Park. It's absolutely amazing. And this right here, these houses, I mean, this is prime real estate because you got Freedom Park right there in the back, and that pond is basically in front of your house. It's always pretty packed, but today is kind of insane. Everybody's been cooped up inside the house because it's been raining on and off, but it's a beautiful day today. So I mean, look at all these people here. It's super nice. But yeah, Freedom Park, check it out. Okay, reason number 4, if you're going to be working in uptown Charlotte or you're a healthcare professional, Dilworth is the perfect place. The sun is beating down on my eyes, but uptown Charlotte is literally right behind me, and I wanted to get a little bit closer to show you CMC Main, which I think now is called Atrium Main. That's our level 1 trauma center, so all the really bad stuff goes there. But so you have CMC Main, you have Presbyterian, Novant Main, and just a ton of really big hospitals around here. So for all you medical professionals, I know there's thousands of different jobs that make a hospital run, but I seem to always say nurses and doctors. But if you're doing residencies anything like that. They just opened up a Levine Cancer institution for young children. That just opened up not too long ago. But like I said, I really wanted to show you guys the building, but the traffic at that intersection is nuts. So I just stopped by on a street, and yeah, you can see Charlotte. You can see Charlotte right there. But this is the only time you'll be able to see it because the leaves haven't bloomed yet. They're gonna be, you know, in full sprout in a couple weeks now, and you won't be able to see any of this. So these 100-year-old oak trees, they're gonna be blossoming. I mean, this place is could be completely green. So reason number 5 is going to be Dilworth is a historic neighborhood. So you already know by now, if you've watched some of my other videos, Charlotte is a relatively new city, especially when compared with some of these other cities, meaning that a lot of historic landmarks, old buildings and things like that, instead of preserving, they'll actually just go ahead and knock them down to make room for whatever other projects that they might have. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know all the history about Dilworth, because I don't. But if there's a real estate question, then that's going to be a different story. Man, these houses over here are amazing. I mean, they're so charming. But with all that being said, guys, if there's anything I can ever do for you, any questions you might have, call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.